Hello everybody, this is thejonnymar, and welcome back to my walkthrough of Link's Awakening. And we are getting right into a boss battle here with the Dungeon Master of Turtle Rock, the final dungeon. So all you have to do is stand in this area, try not to get hit, which I'm not doing a great job of, and blast him with the magic rod. Now he will recover slightly if he manages to fall back into the lava, so you want to try to hit him as many times as you can, as quickly as you can. Ow. And he does a lot of damage, and I'm down to half a heart. Is this it? Am I gonna die? Oh no. No, I'm not. False alarm. Yeah, he did have a little extra form there, but we took him out so fast you probably didn't see much of it. And yes, we're in the dream too. We'll see how that all plays out. Man, half a heart left. It's crazy. Look at that, full health meter. That's always a nice little accomplishment in any Zelda game. And it's a drum for the final instrument. The thunder drum. Well, that was nice. Probably my least favorite of the instruments. But yeah, what's left? Oh, of course, we have to go to the egg. We have now all of the instruments, which means we can finally, hopefully, wake up the windfish. But there is a little secret that we must do first in order to succeed. Now, if you remember way back, earlier in the LP, we did a trading sequence, and as part of that trading sequence, when we finished it, we got the magnifying glass, or lens of truth, essentially. And that's going to let us read a book in the library from Maid Village that was the one book we couldn't read earlier in the game. And that book is important because in the windfish area, we're going to be thrust into a maze of sorts, and in order to know what direction to go, what we're going to have to do is look in that book and get the actual directions we need. First, I'm going to show you the classic chicken trick. So like previous Zelda games, if you abuse a chicken too much, basically what happens is, as you might expect, the chicken gets revenge on you by calling in a bunch of its brethren and sisterin. I don't think that's a word, but whatever. Oh man. A little bit of slowdown. Get in the house. Okay. Sorry chickens, I'll leave you alone. But let's head over to the library. And the characters have new dialogue at this point. Marin says she really enjoys meeting you and she's glad she did. But here's the book we need. Dark Secrets and Mysteries of Koholint Island. Of course we want to read it. Round and round the passages of the egg. Left up, right up, left up, right up. So this is uniquely determined. There are a couple of different patterns that the game can actually assign. That is determined, I think, once you start the game. So your path might be similar, but it might be different. So you do want to check that out in your game, because it might be different, and then you're going to get stuck in the egg. And basically, you're not going to get anywhere. But that's it. Now all we have to do is head up to the egg. We should be able to wake the windfish, and that'll be the end of this game. Hard to believe. And it's also hard to believe I fell in that stupid bit. Come on, Link. Don't fall apart now. And I actually never activated, I don't think anyway, the sequence from the stairs right below the egg. There's an owl sequence, and we all know how much I love talking to the owl, but I figured I'd save it for now. Well, I know that. We're trying to wake him up, aren't we? Yeah, I know. That's what you keep telling me. Tamaranch. And unfortunately, we're gonna get another owl sequence here in a second after we play this little tune. And I'll let it kind of speak for itself. Boom! Hello, Owl. Have you figured out how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop yet? Sorry, am I dating myself with that reference? Alright, well, we're not quite done yet. We have to head in here to the Windfish Egg. There's a pit we have to fall into. And now we need to use our directions. So do you remember what they were, viewers? Left, up, and then right up, and then repeat. Left up, right up. And is that it? Are we done? Maybe. Let's jump down here. Kinda looks like a whale. Oh no. Nightmares aren't happy that we're here. Their job was to keep the Windfish asleep so they could control this island forever. So we have one final boss encounter to take on, which is actually a pretty awesome fight. Let's rumble. So there's the Nightmare, the shadow. And it's gonna change forms. There's numerous forms that we have to beat. So the first form, we have to use our magic powder to harm. No other weapon will hurt it. If you try to slash it with your sword, it'll just kind of spread apart and disappear for a second and come back. You gotta hit them 3 or 4 times, and then it'll advance to the next form. Okay, I think we're on the next form. It is Aghanim. We'll flash back to Link to the Past. So hit the energy balls back at him to damage him. And he actually will use one of the other attacks that Aghanim from Link to the Past can use, and that is the little force ball that splits into multiple parts. Like that. Now hopefully we don't get stuck, because sometimes he gets stuck in a little bit of a pattern where he keeps using it over and over, and it prolongs the fight much longer than it has to be. Come on, energy ball. Thank you. One more, I think. Energy ball, energy ball. Dang it. Stop being stupid. Cooperate. If I can bounce it with my shield, or at least protect myself if he does it again. No. Well, it was a good idea, but not one that works in execution. Yes, there we go. Alright, next form. My least favorite boss, Moldorm. Now, fortunately, we don't have a pit that it can knock us into and force us to refight him, so all we have to do is stay away from him and hit him about, I don't know what it is, 7 times, maybe 8 times in the tail. And I'm going to use my feather, obviously, to dodge him best I can. I like how his tail is shaped like the eyes of the shadow. Pretty freaky looking. Got white on black for his eyes. Alright, you have permission to die now. Ow. Alright. What's next? Ganon! So is this it then? And perhaps you wouldn't think of this, but you actually have to use the Pegasus boots to run into him while dodging his staff and bats. And no arrows or anything, which You know, I got stuck on him for a long time when I first played this game, because I basically tried every item that I had except the Pegasus boots. Alright, there's Ganon. But the music is still going, which means that must not be it. Nope, you gotta hit him with the magic rod. Is that it? Changing my items probably spoils that a little bit. Oh no, here's the real final boss. So I'm gonna cheese this and use my boomerang, which is a one-hit kill if you time it correctly. Get him! Yes! Now you can also use your arrows, but that takes much longer to beat him. Yes, I know, you keep telling me this world is gonna disappear. Now we're gonna find out if that's the case. Good. I'm glad I'm finally done. And to end this in a cinematic sort of way, I'm going to get my sword and shield, these Zelda staples, and I'm going to do a little spin slash. Yeah! Alright, so let's see what the ending of this game has to offer us. What's going to happen? Is this really a dream, or were they just blowing smoke up our butts? What, are you the windfish owl? My wisdom, courage, and power, huh? Well, that syncs up with the Triforce legend. Ah, so the owl was part of the windfish's consciousness. Interesting. They certainly did. Well, I guess I came to save the island. I really just wanted to leave. You're welcome. My work is also done, so let me leave, please. I've got Hyrule to go back to. And a beautiful princess. Oh my god. That is freaky looking. That's the windfish. It's not a fish. It's a whale, apparently. Very interesting design, isn't it? But verily, it be the nature of dreams to end. So yeah, apparently those nightmares were telling the truth. Once he wakes up, this whole place is going to disappear. Hopefully that doesn't mean we're going to disappear too. We are a different color than the rest of the world, so maybe that means we won't. Yes, okay. Let us awaken together. How do we do that? Of course. Ballad of the Windfish. Let me get my ocarina. Oh, or not. Wow. Kind of chilling. Especially... Whoa. Okay. Especially seeing Marin disappear like that. But now what? It's not good to stare directly at the sun, Link. You'll blind yourself. So that's what's left of our ship. One log. Well, at least we survived. And somehow we found another log. And I guess we're just gonna sit here. Wait for someone to save us. gonna get an eclipse with the windfish flying in front of the sun. Hopefully not Icarus-like. Look at this stupid expression that Link gets on his face. Gets better. Well, I'm glad you're so happy with the disappearance and destruction of that entire world, Link. I'm sad, personally. I liked that world. It was nice. But that's it. That is the game. That is Link's Awakening. And because we actually finished the game without dying, I think. Not sure I died at all during this playthrough. We should get a special little scene at the end with the ending screen. We'll see if that works out or not. But that is the completion of my second favorite Zelda game and my second Let's Play of the Zelda series. So now I have completed Link to the Past and Link's Awakening, which leaves a couple more for games that I've beaten quite a few times. I still have Zelda 1 to go through and also Ocarina of Time. Haven't played much Zelda 2, but I do want to beat that at some point, so that'll be an interesting Let's Play. And I do eventually want to get to the later games in the series. I played some Majora's Mask, but really haven't touched Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword much, so those will be fun. More blind playthroughs when I get to them. But as always, viewers, I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. I hope I was able to provide you with some entertainment as we saw this journey that Link was on through this apparently imaginary world, waking the windfish. And for those of you that were watching it as a walkthrough, I hope I was helpful and able to guide you through the tricky parts of this game. So, as always, viewers, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in my next video. And we'll get to see if we get our special little scene at the end. The end. Aw, and there's Marin. Alright, so long.